What's going on, ladies and gents? Dangerous here, bringing you guys today some more Rainbow Six Siege gameplay. And today, we are finally on the last operator that, well, for the vanilla release at least, to talk about. We are talking about Tachanka, Barkondongs, the turret guy, potentially the most useless character in the game, potentially the greatest character in the game, potentially the character that no one, I don't even know at this point. It's Tachanka, let's be honest here. So, Tachanka, with a overall like 2% pick rate, is a 3 armored character with some pretty good assortment of weapons, good secondaries, and he has a generic gadget. His primaries consist of the SASG-12 or Sega 12 or shotgun that looks like a modern Sega 12. It's probably not a Sega, I'm totally wrong. And then he has the 9x19 VSN SMG, which both are really good guns. Obviously, you just pick your playstyle however you think what you want to do, and you pick accordingly. He has the secondaries of the GISH 18 or the PMM. The generic gadget is the barbed wire or deployable shield. Personally, with Tachanka, I like the deployable shield, and we'll talk about that in a second here. And now we have his turret. But if there's one thing that you guys should all know, and it is like the biggest thing about Tachanka, when picking Tachanka, remember these words.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, I hope you remember those words because those are probably the most important thing you need to remember when even considering Tachanka. So, Tachanka's turret is stationary. You have to place it within a fixed area. It can only rotate 120 degrees. It's not 360 unit, which is unfortunate because that would really help him in the long run too, because even in his operator videos you guys saw in the beginning, he is whipping that thing like it's an Audi R8. Like, let's be honest here, he is just doing the dankest of spins. Like, to be honest, it's the dankest of spins. Well, second dankest compared to Trader. So, with that mounted machine gun, there are some obviously tactical advantages to that. It can punch through holes with huge force, almost like a shotgun. And apparently, from what it says here, unlike most weapons in the game, the RP-64's shots can penetrate 2 surfaces instead of 1. So if you have 2 surfaces that can be shot through, it can actually go through both, which I guess is interesting. So that takes extreme coordination of your team to know who's coming through 2 doors down or 2 rooms down. But hey, it can be done if you set it up properly. That could definitely be popular on the SAS Hereford base, or I believe that's how you pronounce it. Especially on the second levels and the second level there, where you can get collateral damage through. There's multiple rooms from that kid's room that goes all the way down to the side stairs entrance that could just knock right through with the turret. Obviously, pairing his turret with the deployable shield when posting up in close quarters is a good idea. Excuse the stutter. So you can protect your lower body because your face isn't protected from nothing. A good thing if you want audio cues, if you know where people are coming, is put some barbed wire down so you can hear them breaking the barbed wire, and then you can go to town with lighting people up. A good thing also that you should know is that, or a good tip I guess, is just put the turret up against the door, like near a door, and if no one drones it or peeks, you can see their feet approach, just light them up through the wall. There's no harm. It does so much damage, it's practically a 2 to 3 shot kill for mostly all operators. It just milks everyone, so why not? When you set it up, it's definitely a devastating tool to use. But overall, there isn't too much that Tachanka can benefit from. It seems that if you really want a successful Tachanka run, you're going to have to put like a Jaeger device to protect him from grenades, reinforce all the walls around him, you know, electrify said walls or mute jammer said walls after, have a dock ready to revive him if he doesn't die, and even at that, he'll probably still get popped in the head because he's stationary, which is yet a big downfall to his, and probably why he isn't picked that much, because sure, his turret is great and can be used by anyone, but once it's found out the location, the person has to stand still on it, and then you become a literal meatball flopping in the wind and can't do anything because, well, you're stuck on a turret. But don't get me wrong, once again, the turret's so powerful, so it's pretty much all about reaction speed. Peeker's advantage does come into big effect with this, where if the enemies just overpeak you, you're screwed. So you really just gotta be careful, have situational awareness, stare directly at a TV screen, you know, don't blink whatsoever or you're dead. Just really gotta be on your toes with Tachanka, and he can overall, and, you know, just overall, just just do his job and murder people with his turret. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about Tachanka. He's straightforward. He's not the greatest character, as we all know. He's arguably the worst. Arguably, because if there was more to his turret, like a body shield that's built in or something like that, or if his face mask ate an extra round, I've heard theories like that, or suggestions like that. The 360 turn radius would be fantastic. Other than that, I can't necessarily think too much else to how to benefit him. I've heard some good theories, like if he could detach the turret, but then at the same time, to balance that, he's gonna have insane recoil. That'd be a little overkill. I'm not sure about detaching the turret. I'm definitely on the fence about them. Something that I thought of, well, it's not hard to think of, is that instead of deploying a tripod, if you wanted, you could walk over to a desk or something and just plop it down on there, so you have a better cover. Say it's a steel desk and you can protect yourself, or just anything that can add more cover to you and you don't stick out like a sore thumb. Obviously, if you deploy it to a desk, you'll have less of a turn radius, but at least you have more protection for the legs and your lower target, and someone wouldn't expect it. Some cool things like that. It just, anything can really benefit Tachanka at this point. I mean, explosive heat-seeking rounds would be fantastic, don't get me wrong, but shit. Something needs to be done that can really show this guy some love. All the every option that we've pretty much heard, like deploying it, say on instead of the stand, as I just said, or putting a 360 rotation, all of them are just some things that you'd figure, because once again, it was in his operator video. And if you're saying, well, Moose, just because in his operator video, what doesn't mean it should happen? Well, remember, Thatcher got a shotgun because his player model holds a shotgun. So yeah, I mean, I don't even see that many people using that 870 pump shotgun, but at the same time, he got the shotgun because, well, he's holding it in his loadout, but Thatcher's signature weapon's the AR-33 or whatever it is, the G36 looking thing. Yeah, so we'll just make his turret 360. That's all we ask, Ubisoft. That's it. Tachanka is the best character. NA, right here. Final verdict. Tachanka, Butacondonks, whatever you want to call him. That's it. So, when the new operators come out, expect the videos to come out for those guys. Those will be out on May 9th, I believe, for Season Pass holders, or sometime around that. So yeah, this is actually the end so far of the operators, so stay tuned. We got a lot of live footage coming up. I'm going to talk about some other things, make some videos on the actual game design and cool shit like that. If you got any suggestions for any videos, comment section below, gentlemen or ladies. Other than that, I'll see you, Sexy Beasts, in the next episode. Peace.
protect the biohazard container. Friendly, last operator standing. Biohazard securing paused. Take out the hostiles. Op 4 is securing the container. All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.